called it truth. You saw the damage, looked away. You watched him turn a human life into a thing to crush and blame. You heard the laughter at the pain. You saw the targets given names. You watched the darkness take the stage and clap like it was just a game. You did not stumble, you did not fall. You saw the writing on the wall. You made your choice, you drew the line. You gave him power one more time. You chose the cruelty, you chose the hate. You chose the harm and called it fate. You chose the man who fed your fear, and now the truth is crystal clear. You were not lost, you were not blind. You left your better self behind, and now we know exactly who you are. Don't tell me you didn't see it. Don't say you didn't know. The damage was never hidden, it was part of the show. You heard the way he mocked the wounded. You saw the pleasure in the sneer. You watched him turn our neighbors into targets made of fear. And still you raised your voices, still you waved the flag, still you called it freedom while the country tore and sagged. You wanted someone cruel enough to say the things you would not own. Someone loud enough to make your fear feel less like shame and more like a throne. So don't pretend this grew by accident. Don't call this darkness unforeseen. You watered it with loyalty and smiled at what it means. You chose the cruelty, you chose the hate. You chose the harm and called it fate. You chose a man who fed your fear, and now the truth is crystal clear. You were not lost, you were not blind. You left your better self behind, and now we know exactly who you are. There comes a time when silence is no longer just a sound. There comes a time when looking away is choosing solid ground. You heard the cries, you saw the signs, you knew what he would do. And when the moment came to stand, you let the darkness through. You chose the cruelty, you chose the fear. You chose the harm and kept him near. You chose the man who fed your shame, then tried to hide behind his name. You were not lost, you were not blind. You knew exactly what you signed, and now we know exactly who you are. You drank it down and asked for more. You held the monster at the door, then let him in and cleared a place. And now his shadow wears your face. You chose the lie because truth would cost your comfort, your pride, your precious gloss. So no, you do not get to run from what he is or what you've done. History will name him, but it will name you too. The ones who heard the hatred and decided it would do.